Teenage boys are a mysterious breed. That adolescent hit of testosterone can transform your sweet little boy into an aggressive monosyllabic stranger. And in those crucial formative years of high school, it's easy for some boys to fall between the widening cracks in our education system. For decades now, at what may be Australia's toughest boys' school, Frank Dando has been picking up the pieces. Frank's strict code of traditional maths and English, combined with a gruelling exercise regime, comes with a healthy dose of old-school discipline. And the results speak for themselves. At 81 years of age, Frank and his committed band of teachers have never met a teenage rebel they couldn't tame.
Guys, just go under the rope and just sit over there, away from the ledge. It's going to be very normal to feel scared.
This is one lesson you won't find in the high school syllabus.
You're very scared, Mitchell. Yes? I know you're petrified.
But as 12-year-old Mitch Palmer is learning on top of Mount Macedon, west of Melbourne, at the toughest boys' school in Australia, the normal rules don't apply.
So what you've got to do is listen. As soon as you stop listening, mate, that's when things go wrong.
The Frank Dando Sports Academy is the last resort for boys like Mitch, troubled teens or just right troublemakers, failed by an education system which just can't cope with them.
Oi, little step, good boy. No. Tight rope.
95% of this game is having control of the children. The rest you can get out of a book.
There. You. Don't keep me waiting, Matty. You. 9/8. Yeah, a bit slow.
Frank Dando has spent his career taming the unteachable.
No.
And even at 81, his innate understanding of the teenage mind is still getting results.
No one asked you to talk. Just listen to me.
I've been teaching 60 years, but every 10 years or so I come back into fashion. It looks like I'm back in fashion again.
What's fashionable about what you're doing?
Nothing fashionable about it, simply common sense.
Wakey, mate. I want to see what you're doing.
While education revolutions have come and gone, he's stuck to a bare-bones, no-nonsense curriculum
What are 7 sevens?
of basic maths and English.
72.
8 8s. Don't tell me, I've told you. 8 sevens.
Matched by a gruelling daily regime of physical exercise that would put a Marine to shame. As the only female in the room, may I say that it does smell more like a locker room than a classroom.
Gee, what's the trouble?
You can knock me on my butt, mate, I'll give you a rest.
Ziad Zachariah, Zach to the boys, looks like a bouncer, but he's the deputy principal here. Along with his master's degree in education,
I think you're full of shit.
he's a 6-time karate world champion.
You're getting stronger, come on.
We're their sort of last line here. We get kids that are sent to us from other special schools, from psychologists, from psychiatrists.
This is the end of the line.
Pretty much so for a lot of them.
So what happens?
They're either going to be on the street, they're going to be in juvenile detention. Worst case scenario, they can be dead.
Jump up and keep going.
It can be a tough adjustment for a new recruit.
You're a bit scared at first.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
Oh yeah, these big guys just coming at you, the full-on hooks and jabs, and judo they throw you and you hit the ground so hard.
Push!
But like many of the boys here, the Frank Dando Academy is Mitch Palmer's last chance at an education.
Come on, Mitchell. Time to get dressed, mate. Let's go.
No, wait,
Let's go.
wait, I'm playing.
From the moment he hit high school, his parents, Michael and Patricia, watched him struggle.
Our little boy that we knew that was always very vibrant and always cheeky and always had a little joke and so forth was no longer there. He'd been replaced by a boy who was troubled.
Getting your lunch ready, mate.
He invented excuses to skip class, fell hopelessly behind and became totally isolated.
At school, I'd actually make myself physically sick to make me go to first aid so I could just stay there. And I was sad when I came home from school. I just eat to make it feel better. I sit in front of the tally and I just eat.
You don't want to see your child like that. It's awful.
'Cause
It's awful.
'Cause
You don't want to see your child like that. It's awful.
'Cause
It's awful.
'Cause 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 'Cause
Was he starting to feel like a failure?
Absolutely.
At 12?
At 12, my point exactly.
Now, did you learn some tables last night?
Tables?
Tables, you know.
Mitch is quickly learning that here,
Don't look at me blankly. Have you got the motion table?
his usual excuses don't cut it.
At home in my book.
That's very useful.
By modern education standards, it's primitive. A sparse, single room, not a laptop or an interactive whiteboard in sight.
Let's go back to something different.
But triplets Nathan, Matthew and Luke Angelin are living proof that it's working.
Would you get out of the way, Nathan? Luke?
This was daily life with the Angelin boys a few years back,
Yeah, get your hand out of the way.
all with ADHD, all failing at school and pushing their parents to the absolute limit.
They were out of control. They were hyperactive, jumping, yelling, screaming, fighting, wrestling.
Mum Carolyn was powerless and desperate.
It's not a normal show. I don't know any other children that get a baseball bat and carry on like that for an hour. It's distressing, and that was every day, you know, every day for years.
Even with ADHD medication, high school was a nightmare.
You got into trouble every day.
Yeah.
What did you get into trouble for?
Breaking someone's arm.
At school?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I pushed him over when I was running.
They would have ended up high school dropouts in your view.
Definitely. Well, I think that that leads to children not having something to do. They're hanging around shopping centres, doing graffiti, end up, leading to crime, and anything could have happened.
But 2 years ago, Carolyn discovered Frank Dando and his academy, and her wild boys were transformed.
They've come from, at the beginning of last year, not knowing their times tables, to now doing Year 9 maths. So they've not only caught up, they've overtaken their peers because they've done intensive maths and intensive English every day.
And you're saying the public system had pretty much given up on them?
Absolutely.
We start them on a level of academic work probably a little bit below what they can do. And it makes them feel good about themselves. All of a sudden, it's not like, I don't know how to do this, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, whatever. It's like, oh, this is pretty good. And once they're on that sort of roll of achieving success, they don't want to go backwards.
Come on, Ush, head down. Don't stop, I'm not asking you for coffee. Keep swimming.
Lunchtime at the academy is lap time.
70 laps, mate, it's yours. Work, mate, work.
Eating is done back at the desks and comes with a side order of maths.
7 9s? You can read that, it's fine. You didn't learn them last night, did you?
But even lunch must measure up.
What's this, Jordy?
Baked beans.
Something healthy tomorrow, mate. It's full of crap.
To finish, another sparring session. Same routine, every day, no arguments.
We don't have soft talk, we don't have time out. They're expert at talking their way out of absolutely everything. Here, it's simple. This is the rule. We ask you to do it, you do it. When you're giving me work that I've corrected as your homework, it's just not on, mate. Yes? Yeah. So you just sit there and think about it before you join the rest of the class.
It seems brutal, and Mitch's mum, Patricia, wondered at first whether it was too tough.
Oh, blimey. This is a little fish in a very big pond. And when you saw all the physical things they were doing and what they were capable of, oh boy, he's going to be chewed up and spat out.
Come on, keep it going. Try and do one off your legs.
It's a teaching style where the niceties are left at the classroom doors.
I know we hurt your f***ing arms, but just keep on doing it and it won't hurt, mate. Keep it going.
13-year-old Matt arrived from his previous school with a reputation as a fighter.
Back down. He might have thought he was invincible at his previous school because other people were scared of him or let him get away with it. Here, nobody's scared of him. He's not going to get away with it.
You said that you were a bit rude to your teachers in the last school. What would you do?
Probably won't be able to say that on camera.
So we're all right.
So you'd swear at them?
Yeah.
Now, would you try and swear at these blokes?
No, because they'll knock me head in.
The only way out is success.
Come on, Matt.
No matter how bad the behaviour, expulsion is not an option.
Again, come on, work, mate.
I've confiscated knives, guns, explosives.
Guns?
Knuckle busters, bombs, a few things, yeah.
Were they intending on using them on you?
No, not all the time.
So it doesn't matter how rotten these boys are, they are not getting out of here.
No. Doesn't matter how rotten they think they are. They're not rotten. They're just a bit confused.
Before you leave, make sure you see Paul. He's got to give you homework.
Teenager taming doesn't come cheap. $10,000 a year per boy. But Frank Dando has an impressive success rate. He has changed the lives of over 500 boys.
My handwriting's getting better and I can use full stops and capital letters at the start of the sentence and it's all good. And maths, I couldn't do times tables. Now I'm on algebra, so I'm doing pretty good.
You passed me. I don't understand algebra.
Oh.
So can you do it, Mitchell?
Yes, I can. Just a little believing and you can achieve anything.
Generally, the test is the boy a reasonably happy, well-adjusted, athletic kid when he leaves with good basic skills. If that's the case, we've succeeded.
Okay, it's my three horrible old mates. And you're doing what are you doing, mate? Your basic multiplication.
Could mainstream education take a lesson from Frank Dando? You know, get back to the basics.
That's right. They need extra time. You know, there are a lot of children that have got need extra help, extra time, and I think the current curriculum is just trying to cram too much in. What's the point of trying to learn Indonesian when you can't speak and spell English? You know, it's crazy.
Now lean back on it, like try to pull against it now.
There again, some might find it equally crazy to replace a nice warm classroom with a windswept mountain where it's easy to lose your footing.
Legs out wide. Don't let go of the rope.
What do they learn by overcoming their fear, other than I can abseil?
They can achieve anything if they overcome certain obstacles in life and focus towards it. And that's the whole point of this.
So it teaches them about real achievement and I suppose real courage.
Definitely. And it is real courage. You look over the edge of this cliff, it's a long way down.
No, thank you.
Yes.
That's it, keep going.
Mitch is gradually being transformed in this new school.
That's a nice small step.
It doesn't take much for any of these boys. Just passionate, uncompromising teachers who create a learning environment where every boy will succeed.
Good. Well done, Mitchell. High five, yes.
You did it.
Yeah, finally.
How was it?
Scary at first, but it feels great now that I've finally done it.
Is the joy back?
Yes. Yeah, and it's lovely to see. He has a magnificent smile, and you get to see that again. It's great.
This is some school, hey?
Yeah.
This is a very different school, isn't it?
I'm surprised it's not a reality TV show. Because there's a new chapter every day with boys that are scared and then they do something. And yeah, that's what makes it pretty cool about this school.
Good on ya.
Thank you.
That's a piece of bone.
Coming up.
Get out.
Australia's such an important country for paleontology.
Who would have thought out here the origins of sex?
Well, getting jiggy with it.
That's next on 60 Minutes.